We are back live. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode, another installation, Cultivating Conversations with DP². I'm your host, DeAndre. Here's my co-host.
Deja in the building, clocking in.
Thank you, everybody, for again joining in, either live or, after the fact. Thank you to everybody who joined last. Actually, it was 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks episode, 2 weeks ago episode. And then everybody that supports all the pages, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram. Thank you for all the support on both accounts.
Yes.
Very appreciated. How are you today, though?
Today, I feel like I am exhausted. Today I'm really tired. I feel like I'm running on fumes, but I'm excited to be present and just ready to, have a good conversation. So I'm feeling good right now. But if I have to think about the full day, it has been a very tiring, energy-inducing day. Huh?
Do you think it's the weather change?
This morning, yes. This morning, I did not want to get up. I was very 31 minutes. So that was my vibe. But I mean, how you been doing? How's today been going? How you been since the last pod? Hello, everybody.
Yeah, I don't know. I've been a little low vibrational recently.
Low vibration. Is it the weather for you or?
No, I don't know what it. I don't know. Somebody must got my voodoo doll or something. But
they're picking at it.
But I don't know. I feel like I've just been off a little.
Yeah, I mean that's
you too young to be tired.
Oh, that's cap. You know what? That's fair. Maybe do you feel like it's the food you're eating? Do you feel like food? I mean, food does affect.
I think it has to do with routine.
I
think it has to do with food. I think it has to do with a lot of factors. Ultimately, though, I think as we'll get into today, it kind of it's kind of like myself at the end of the day.
Yeah.
A lot of things. I feel like sometimes you dwell on the negative so much throughout the day. Recently, I've been kind of focusing on those. Instead of the betterments of my days.
That's fair. That's fair. I mean, that's very fair. So that's we check our energy might be we both, I guess, kind of like tired, low vibrational, but we still here and we
still excited.
Though. Yeah, I feel like we still good. We still ready. So
100%.
It can only go up from here. I know. Well, first I would like to say, because we didn't come on the pod last week, but
we missed. Why do we miss it? Let the people know.
Well, I wasn't thinking about anything but my birthday. My birthday was on a Monday? It was Monday.
Yeah.
So that's where my focus was. I was just trying to decompress, relax, and I am not sad about it. So happy belated birthday to me.
Yes, and also we didn't leave y'all dry though. We dropped something on our YouTube channel.
Oh yes.
Cultivating Conversations. So check that out. You have the opportunity. But yes, we were celebrating Deja all last.
We were, but it's all we are back. We are back, and we have a cool episode, I think, for today. I was actually reading a book. It's called No Holds Barred, but it's a book by these two podcasters that I really love, but the theme of the book has the 4 P's of life, which I thought was pretty interesting that they separated the book that way. So with the 4 P's that they mentioned was like pleasure, pain, progression, and power, and I'm like, I feel that there's a lot of different elements of life that have to do with those 4 P's,
Yes, definitely.
So we just wanted to use those themes to talk about on the pod to just kind of.
How'd you find out about the book?
I found out about the book. Well, I've been watching this podcast for years, like years and years and years. And so when they came out with the book, I was like, I think because it's more about their lives, what they've gone through and stuff like that. And it's talking about relationships, love, sex, business, career, everything.
Yeah.
So I was like, but I got the audiobook, so I didn't physically read it. I didn't want to read that one. I just wanted to listen to it like a podcast.
Right.
So yeah.
But nice.
So I just really wanted to just take kind of what they were talking about and then apply it to our own.
No, I definitely think this is something that people need to hear, especially for myself. Is I think you go through these cycles over and over again of and then when we brought up this topic in discussion, I was like, it's definitely something that we should be able to discuss. And hopefully people in the chat will relate to as well.
Yeah, I think that's for sure. I think let's start with pleasure.
Of course.
I wanted to ask you, what brings you pleasure on a day-to-day basis?
Yeah, you know what? It's I feel like when I was growing up, in comparison to now, I guess of course it's different, but a lot of things I think have to deal with my inner self.
And let us know what brings y'all pleasure. It can be as small or as big as anything.
Yeah, so a few things I want to mention is comfortability. I think that's been huge for me recently. It's comfortability in a way of not on the couch being comfortable, but like knowing that I have something established or that I'm in a situation where, if something were to happen the next day, I still would be okay.
Yeah.
So I think the aspect of comfortability I've been wanting to gain more of.
Okay.
So that's one. My relationships,
like that.
Families,
laughter and family. Yes.
Girlfriend, of course.
Hey.
Friends, etc. Like, and then support, love, and faith. I think that's all kind of one. It's like all that in time and knowing people I have to rely on that will support me. Hopefully I'm someone that's reliable.
Yeah.
That brings me pleasure too.
I like those. I agree with all of those, honestly. If I had to add some more, I feel like something that brings me pleasure, I would say like certain foods bring me pleasure, like comfort foods really like make me feel good. Like last week I wanted chocolate constantly. And shout out to my friend Ronke, she bought me some bundt cake. So it's like I've been on that, like it just brings me so much pleasure and like it just makes me feel good.
Yeah,
I've been trying to find more things that I find pleasure in outside of like the normal
scope of life.
Yeah, like, or maybe the things that I can't control necessarily. I'm trying to find less pleasure in those things and trying to figure out, okay, what just brings me simple joy? Watching a fun YouTube video, a podcast. Like those are the things that really like make me smile. So I've just been trying to be like, what brings me joy on like a day-to-day basis? I will agree with you though, having that security, having feeling like grounded by whether it's people or an environment is very important.
Yeah, I want to bring up something about pleasure. Do you think pleasure is twofold in a way of like pleasure is almost like the pursuit of life? And I think the fact that pleasure is like step one and the last step is power, like step four, I feel like in a way those two can be complete opposites. Like let me see if you get what I'm trying to say, right? So I feel like the day we stop looking for pleasure is the day we find it. In a way, like what do you think? In like pleasure can be so short-lived.
Yeah.
In a way of like it becomes a rat race and you're chasing the next thing that brings you that. If it's comfortability, if it's relationships, if it's love, but it's like they start looking for that and it's just you yourself. It's like that's when this pleasure really means the most.
Yeah.
So it's like I feel like it's both.
I agree with that.
It's like it's a rat race, but then it also can fuel that last step power.
Yeah, it can. It can. I think that's when you have to make sure that your pleasure is rooted in like
the right reasons.
Yeah, and the right things. Then I think you'll be fine no matter what stage you're going through. So yeah, I agree with that wholeheartedly.
It's like, how do you get there though?
How do you get to a place
like where pleasure isn't about money, isn't about the next girl you're with?
Right.
It's like when it's just about you.
I don't know, man, because I just feel like it's a constant battle. It's literally a constant battle. The day you feel like, okay, I'm very happy with myself. Yeah. Not even in an alone situation, but just more how you were saying, it's more like internal. The day you feel that way, tomorrow you're going to be like, you're trying to chase like the next relationship or like you said, the next career thing or trying to just catch this feeling, but it's so fleeting. People have to understand how many things chemically affect like our moods and stuff. Like you keep chasing that dopamine.
Yeah.
You're just going to keep chasing the next thing that brings you that sort of like thrill or whatever. So I feel like it's just an ongoing battle. I really don't know.
Yeah, because it's like
I don't know.
When do you realize what's important to you? It's like does that happen on your deathbed? Or like I feel like people like we'll get to pain second, but people have to go through these huge uphill battles to finally realize what means someone in a bad health situation. Maybe you're not monetarily set. Your career isn't flourishing or something. And then it's like, dang, I really appreciate these.
Then you go back to like, I appreciate
but it's like, why do we have to do that? It's reverse. Pleasure is like a reverse effect.
It is. I don't know why we have to go. I just think, I mean, it's so simple to say, but you really don't know stuff until you experience it, really.
Yeah, true.
But that's why I know it also sounds cliche, but that's why I try my best to like revert back to my childhood as much as I can. Not in a champ way, but just more so saying I feel like I'm the happiest. A lot of people are happiest as like children.
For sure.
And so I just think that for me, I just try to like go back to that. Like what's something that the inner child of me would enjoy. And I really feel like that gets me out of, because I wouldn't have wanted to be with a guy. I wouldn't have, you know what I'm trying to say? So I feel maybe like that little girl just would have wanted to like go outside and get ice cream or whatever. I think we overcomplicate stuff. It's just everything's so overcomplicated. But again, life has its ups and downs, so you're gonna always just have to go through certain things to realize what you appreciate. That's just like that's just life. I'm just starting to realize that that's just life.
I feel like pleasure makes me take things for granted for sure. It's like you expect to wake up the next day.
Yeah, you do.
You expect that, but nothing's guaranteed.
It's not guaranteed, so but then you're gonna start overthinking every little thing. You be like, oh my God.
That's true. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, oh my God, I woke up this morning. That didn't have to happen. Like, oof.
I feel like it's just some things in life that I just overlooked so much recently.
Yeah.
And it's like I've just been not been seeing, the betterment of things. Always dwelling on,
like the negative part.
Yeah, like what's next? What can I do better? What am I not doing?
Yeah, instead of But what are some ways you feel like that can change?
Yeah, I think it's two. Okay, so when we'll get to pain in a second.
Yeah,
so
we can get into it.
Get into pain. Okay, well, the next part of the P's.
Yeah, the next P is pain.
It's pain, right? And I think pain or like struggle reveals your true self. Ultimately,
it does.
It ultimately strips you.
Yeah.
And then like it's just you and then the issue.
Yeah.
Now it's time to overcome. So it really just shows you how strong you are. But back to the question, what you were trying to say is the ways to overcome that again, I think is internal progress. And the third one is pride. I'm just skipping.
Yeah, but go ahead.
But internal progress, ultimately, like we go back to pleasure, like it's not about any of those things, it's about what you truly think is good for you and not good for others.
That is true.
I'm just trying to figure that out, slowly.
Yeah, you know what? I don't even know if this can apply to other people, but I'm only on day 2.5, I think. But I'm taking like a social media detox.
Oh, yeah.
Because I was just telling Mother, like it started to affect how I thought about myself, how I thought about other people.
It definitely does.
And I'm not that type of, I'm truly like, I mean, of course, everyone might kiki a little bit, or everybody might, but I've never been a person, for as much as I can remember, I don't really compare myself to other people. I don't really like think about what other people have going on or having their opinion change my opinion. I've just never really been that type of person. So when I started feeling like it's doing that to me, I'm like, okay, I need to take a little break.
Yeah.
And I only suggest that because I think a lot of times people don't realize how much this stuff affects our psyches. Like, I'm not saying this is with you, but you could when people think you're comparing yourself to, people compare themselves to what people have going on, or like you start to get in your thoughts. It's just like, you just gotta, once you remove that, you realize how much more time you have to think for yourself. But
that's great.
But that's difficult. But
I wanted to ask you though, about pain. What form of pain do you think is most challenging? Physical, mental, or spiritual pain? What do you think? And people in the chat, of course. What does everybody think?
I think spiritual. I think spiritual because when you're at war with yourself,
let's talk about it, bro.
Like, you're like, you can do nothing.
Literally.
Nothing.
Literally.
You know what I'm saying? And yes, you might be physically doing stuff. You might be able to mentally do stuff, but like the spiritual, you're cooked. Like if you haven't like have that in a decently healthy spot, I don't think that you'll be able to. And I know that applies to everything. Like everything is interconnected anyway, but I just feel like it's not about just saying, oh, if you haven't gone to church or what. It's just more so being like you kind of like, are your thoughts taking over? Are you really speaking to, like, are you trying to help yourself? How can I say, like, are you guided by something? I feel like people, like spiritually, if you're not guided by something, I feel like you're just so super lost.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. I just feel like that's probably the worst pain when it's coming from like that spiritual, like energetic space.
I was gonna agree with you.
Yeah.
It's like that spirituality.
Mental will be second though for me.
Yeah, agreed. I think it's mental and physical are connected.
Yeah, for sure.
To answer this question quickly, I think again spirituality too, and also spirituality is like interconnected with a lot of people.
Yeah,
a lot of higher powers.
Yeah,
if you believe in that, or just like the notions of what your day and how your spirit, it creates, or like what you put into the universe, etc. And like once you feel that disloyalty, or that disconnect happens with someone you thought you were spiritually connected to, or something you're spiritually connected with, it's like some of the worst heartache.
Yeah, it's real bad.
It's really bad. So I think that's something that shakes you to your core.
Yeah, I agree.
And I think your suffering becomes your guidance ultimately with pain. What do you think?
What do you mean?
Like the suffering that you go through, once you overcome that battle, that will guide you into better places.
It will.
your suffering and the things that you are transpiring, you know, people like, okay, I saw this thing earlier. I want to get your take on it. It was like, you can pray to the Lord all you want, but you don't do no self-action, then it means nothing.
Yep.
So what you're going through in the suffering, if you have no, you know, perseverance, you know, it will not become your guidance.
It won't.
You didn't overcome anything.
Nope.
You know, praying doesn't do anything if you don't have action. So
you didn't apply it. Yeah.
You didn't apply it. So
100%.
Like, pain is essential to growth, ultimately.
It is. Do you feel like on the flip of the coin, do you feel like there are good examples of pain or something that, or there are none? Like, have you, like for me, it could be very, very simple. It don't have to be super deep, but it just can be like, I mean, getting a tattoo is painful, but I enjoy you know, like, do you feel like there are certain good aspects or good examples of like pain that's not, or there aren't any really?
Okay. Yeah. I think I had one off the top of my head. I think pain is the biggest teacher. So I thought that was pretty positive. It's like when you're in pain, you don't realize it, of course.
Yeah.
But it's like when you overcome that, you really see that the person that you have became was truly for the betterment of your life.
Yeah.
On the other side, like something that's not something like spiritual or mental. I'm trying to think like something that's painful, that's positive.
Yeah, that's not like, you know, like
anybody in the chat, I think of one.
I don't know.
The tattoo one was good.
You know, like a tattoo, you know, that's technically pain, but it's not.
A facial. Man.
DeAndre hates getting facials.
That's pain right there. But it's like,
get them things popped in your face, it's like, bruh, done.
But it's like, it's a good thing too.
Yeah.
So I think,
that's true. Goodness on the other side of it.
I think a lot of pain is like cleansing in a way, though. Like all that self-work, childbirth.
That's a good one. Childbirth is a really good one.
That's a really good
one. It didn't even come top of my head because we know can't really. But
pregnant, like having kids, they both said the same thing.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. Really good one. Yeah. Ooh, child. I don't even want to think about that one.
It's like, but when they're talking about the four P's, pleasure and pain in the book, do they connect pleasure and pain together, or is it more of just they're like separate entities? Because I think pain and progression connects, you know.
That's true. I think pain, the way they connected pleasure and pain was more like in a sexual sense.
Okay.
So that's kind of how they connected it, because that's for another. That's not.
First of all, you're crazy.
That's not for another. This is not the podcast for that.
That's actually a good point that they bring up, though.
Yeah.
A lot of things that you think are good for you are not, and then they become pain.
Yeah.
I know they're talking about a little more intimate.
Yeah. But even on the flip side, like you're saying, it kind of went interchangeable. So for sure. But yeah, they did definitely connect pain with progression. And I want
to ask you something.
Yeah.
Do you believe in equivalent exchange theory? Meaning
you bringing us stuff I don't even know about.
Equivalent exchange is like you have to get something, you have to lose something to get something.
Oh.
In your life, do you feel like that?
Do I have to lose something to gain? I don't know in every aspect. I don't think in every aspect, but I do know that happens. Like just how they say for every person who dies, someone's born. So I get that. But I don't think that every situation it had to be to where like I had to lose something to gain. I mean, I did have to cut all my hair off to have this luscious, beautiful hair now. So maybe, because you know when we first started, part of my hair was like this short. Oh my gosh, that's an example. But I mean, I don't know. I don't want to say yes or no. I don't think it's an absolute answer, but because I genuinely don't believe that every good thing had to happen because something bad happened first.
Right.
Like I don't really think that, because I think if I think throughout life, I didn't have to operate in a sense of like something bad happened, then something good came out of it. Something bad, like that's not a lot of the examples of my life. So I don't want to say. I would like to say no. I don't think that's always the case. I feel like sometimes, but not.
Right.
I mean, what do you think?
No, I was gonna agree.
Okay.
I was gonna also say it varies, of course.
Yeah.
I do think it has been times in my life where I felt as though I had to shed myself to become, you know.
What's an example? Like, give us an example. Like something you're willing to share. Like,
okay, let me think.
Yeah, like you have to like shed a part of yourself.
Yeah, like equivalent exchange. It's like I had to be hurt to love again. Basically, I think that's a quick one I could think of.
That's a good one though.
Like I had to be hurt to love, basically. Like I feel like it taught me a lot.
Yeah.
Even though you had to shed yourself, but I had to come somebody.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's a piece of progression, like one of the pieces.
It is. I agree with that, and I honestly feel like every day we're never gonna hit our final form, and that excites me to know that like I'm not even in my final form yet.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? Like I have so much.
You've been through the worst. You think,
and you haven't.
You think.
and not even in a negative way, but it's just more like there's more refining that can be done, and I'm excited for that. Like I want to see how better and how much like more carved out I can be. You know what I'm saying?
Like the take on pain doesn't have to always be bad, like you said. It's like that refining factor.
The gym, people think it's painful. That's a good one.
We said what?
The gym.
Yeah.
Like going to the gym can be painful, but it's like a
that's,
you know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Exactly. I feel like there's I think
you used to be like putting in pain.
Exactly. Painful. It's like to get progression, you have to go through something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's literally like that.
That's exactly what it is.
That's hilarious.
What's one way you feel like you've progressed in life and outside of career? Because I know I feel like I talk about that a lot because it's just something that I experience a lot, but a way that you feel like you've progressed outside of like any business or career or like educational. Yeah, just in like a separate way.
Yeah. I think it's two things. The first one is like my reactiveness. And that also correlates to letting like other people's opinions and others get to me. So I think as I've grown up, it's like I'm giving the power back to myself.
You better, King.
And like I know who I am.
Yeah.
So it's like somebody's opinions or something won't get the reaction out of me like how it used to.
Who do you feel like you are? That's a deep. I mean, that's so.
Who do I feel like I am?
But who can't shake you about the things that you know about yourself? Like I know I'm this. You can't tell me.
Like in a non-arrogant way, it's like I know I can accomplish anything. Like in a non-arrogant way, of course, you have outside factors that you can't control.
Right.
But anything that I can do, I know I can complete it. And so like somebody that has doubt, the only doubt I've ever felt has came from myself. Before I felt like other people's doubts had affected me, but now it's like I'm the only person that can doubt myself. And I truly do mean that. It's like I don't ever feel like I can't do something.
Right. I love that.
So you put me in a situation, if I don't get it, okay, cool. I just wasn't on my best that day.
Yeah.
But I could have got it.
You could have. You know, I'm gonna start saying that. Y'all just didn't catch me on a good day.
You caught me on the wrong day.
You caught me on the wrong day, but I don't mean I wasn't supposed to get it.
On a different day I could have. Yeah. But what about you? Like, how do you feel like you have progressed?
Progressed in a way outside of.
Yeah, outside of career.
Let me think. What's the way I feel like I've progressed outside of? I think that but is that really progression? I feel like I've always, let me see. I don't know. I think, I don't know. I want to really answer this like correctly.
Yeah. Cause I mean, it's a hard thing to answer on the spot, you know?
But it's a really good question. It's like a very reflective question. So I'm trying to think. I feel like one way that I think I've progressed is letting stuff go. Like, I guess, well, no, that's not what you said. I say that because I feel like for so long I was just holding, I took everything, well, and I'm still working on it, but I took everything personal. Like everything. Someone did something to me, I'm taking it personal. Like I take everything personal. And I just feel like slowly but surely, I'm starting to understand that there are other factors that contribute to why someone might treat me the way they treat me. And that has to I mean, I'm still literally just scratching the surface, but I do feel like that's a way I progressed to know, like, because I used to always just be like, why somebody don't like me? Why they treat me like that? I never did anything to them. Like, why do you want to, like, I like genuinely never did anything to harm or hurt you. Why do you want to hurt me? But now I'm like, it's not even I mean, that's very, but it's a lot. I mean, if you did something wrong, then it's about you. But if you really didn't, it's like, you're just dealing with your own stuff. But it took me, I mean, I still go through that, but I'm starting to just release it like way easier.
You're more empathetic.
But I've always been,
I've always been empathetic. I'm saying, like, if somebody was being mean to you or rude to you, or you didn't like the way he said something, like, do you ever try to put yourself in their shoes now?
Oh, never. No,
what if you don't give them no grace or no empathy?
No,
you know what I mean.
I might say, like, I know that that's your own stuff, and you didn't, like, that's not directly towards me, but I'm not. It don't give. But I see your heart. I feel your no. I would be lying if I said that. Okay. I would be lying if I said that. I don't feel that way yet. I don't have empathy like that.
Yeah.
I have empathy, I guess, or is it sympathy? I don't know. I have it in the sense of, like, if I'm seeing someone like experience something, I'll quickly be like, oh dang, I don't feel like they should be treated that way. Let me be their friend. Let me help them out in that sense, but not in the sense of you're treating me a certain way. Then I'm like, you know what? Because I know what you're saying. People do that. I I do not. That's not my ministry, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah,
not my ministry.
Because
no,
it's like when I'm trying to progress through stuff, it's like sometimes I don't feel like I'm respecting myself in that moment. So I want to let people know, like, even if you don't respect yourself while you're progressing, respect your future self. In the person that you want to become. You often forget in the moment, like through impulses, through like bad discipline. You might, slip and fall, but it's like, remember the person in 2 years who you really want to become.
That's who you want to make proud.
While you're going through that progressive stage, like, remember that piece of yourself.
That's true. That's
like
true.
Why you started, that's huge.
Now I be forgetting that, but
because the first day is always the most progressive day, and then
after that
dwindles and so you have to remember. It's like, how do you measure growth though? Is it like
for myself?
Yeah, is it like by the time that you get there, it's like that's the growth that we made, that's the progress that we made, or you think that you can measure it throughout? Because I have a hard time doing that.
Yeah, man, I think I have a hard time doing that too. I think what has worked best for me is to just have the tunnel vision and then look up and be like, oh dang, this is what I've accomplished. And I don't know if that's the best approach, but for example, like if I'm looking at, I know this is back to school, but if I'm looking at a degree and like, oh my God, it's going to take me 2 years. For me, that feels super daunting. So someone else's mind, they might be like, okay, in 2 years, I'm giving myself 2 years to finish this thing. I don't really look at stuff like that. I'm just kind of like, what do I have to do this semester or this week? And then like, I look, I'm like, I done got my degree. That's more how I
measure growth.
Yeah, and I know that's not really a way to measure it because it's just happening, but that's just how I think, stay sane about stuff. I can't like really be like, in 1 year I want to look like this, and it's just that day. If I'm chipping at it, then I'll look up and it'll be to that thing. I don't know. Maybe I'm Mariah Carey. Time is she doesn't believe in time.
I think one thing that I haven't done well, like you just brought up, is like good reflection.
Yeah,
good reflection in moments where you really appreciate the things that you have done.
Because we should all be so proud of ourselves.
Yes.
Some more than others. But it's just like, bruh, life is not easy. It's not easy. And a lot of us have gone through some really tough stuff. Personally, whatever. Like, it doesn't matter. And I think that we should just all, like, the fact that we all have hair on our heads, unless you chose not to, that's fine.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm trying to say? Like, you're sane enough to just get through the day. I feel like you should reflect and
and progress is super lonely too. I think you have to remember, it's like as you get to a certain age, you're not going to get those congratulations for just bettering yourself.
And that be blowing me because I want to be cheer, like, tell me every day that
It's like many people who don't have that support system are going to be told, congratulations and progress.
You're really not.
You gotta be okay with that.
Yeah, because you're not doing it for that.
Yeah, you're not. Exactly.
Because if I had to rely on other people's claps, I would do nothing.
Exactly. Nobody would get nowhere.
No.
Get nowhere. So it's like,
in that sense, though, when we're thinking about reclaiming or progressing and reclaiming our own power, what do you feel like is your greatest superpower? Like, just as a person, or just like?
Yeah, I think we kind of touched on it. I think empathy. Being able,
you empathetic?
I think I'm pretty empathetic for people. I think I'm
just kidding.
I think also relatability.
Yeah.
Being able to be relatable. I don't know if that just, I don't want to, being a minority, you just kind of are born and learn to kind of have to relate to everybody. Because adapt and just being empathetic to people that have gone through the same struggles as you.
Yeah, that's
people that aren't in this
dependable.
Yeah, facts.
That's a big quality.
Yeah, it is. So I think that would be the best power, is like empathy, or just trying to be as kind as I can. Even though if I'm going through something or somebody else is going through something, just trying to be as nice as possible.
Yeah, I like that.
What about you?
I think my greatest superpower. I think my greatest superpower. I feel like everything that I be saying is so like, girl, like we could have looked that up and known that. But it's so true. I really, and it's been happening so much lately that it's kind of weird. But I feel like I'm so in tune with myself, like in my body, that my gut feeling guides like everything that I do. And that's been like that since I was a child. Like, if my gut is telling me to not do something, I won't do it. Or if it's saying, oh, this is a good thing, it always works out that way. Like, so I never try to stray away. And I know a lot of women have that, or just really men can have that too, if you just tap in. But I feel like that is my superpower because it's gotten me to where I am today.
Your body definitely sends you sensations.
Oh gosh, like I rely on that so heavily, but you can only rely on that if you have like a clear mind. Like, you can't rely on a gut feeling if you're not like in tune with your gut. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't go off that if you haven't even done the work to like.
That's
you know
heavy.
What I mean?
That's heavy.
Yeah. It's not reliable.
I think like after you go through that pain, progress, and then you reclaim that power, it ultimately is what will lead you in the direction that you're supposed to be in your life.
Yeah.
It's like power is like super influential. It's like that's who you know who you are once you reach there. That's the power that you have, like to affect others, to affect yourself, shape your life.
Yep. And people don't want you to know. They don't want you to know that you have that.
They are powerful, yeah.
But we all do. We all possess that, and so use it.
Definitely.
Yeah, but I mean, that's all I had. I feel like these are maybe things that people can reflect on in their own life, just thinking about your 4 Ps or how it is today, how you want to be in the future type of thing.
Yeah.
I feel like, but I definitely thought that was a cool reflection moment just to kind of go through the 4 Ps of life.
It's like a lot of those things you don't realize teach you so much.
It does. It really does. And we're constantly on the journey to figuring it out, but we'll get there maybe at some point. But we appreciate everybody for tuning in to today's episode.
Definitely.
If you don't already, follow us on Instagram at CCwithDP².
Yes.
And we'll be back with another episode. If you have topics, guests,
facts,
whatever, let us know because we're open to it all.
Definitely.
But yeah, any last words before we get up out of here?
No, I appreciate everybody for tuning in again, live or after. Really appreciate all the support, no matter what it is. Just grateful to have support and cast around us, no matter what. So hopefully, you came, heard something that you enjoyed, you liked. That's all that matters, man. Enjoy another Tuesday with us, man.
Yep, enjoy it, and happy Libra season.
It's almost over.